Great. So I think that you guys now understand at least the basics of creating an automated test in this framework. And now you guys should have a pretty good knowledge about everything that we talked about. So the only way to seal that knowledge in is by creating a few more tests so that you guys further understand all of the concepts. So if you remember a little bit ago, we created that test that was login with invalid username should not work. And so now we're just going to use this test as a template and create a new test just like this, but using the page object model. So I'm going to open this Solution Explorer. I'm going to copy this test and then paste it. And here it is. Double click on it. We're going to name this 2. I'm going to copy this name over to here, hit F2, then enter. There we go. So now we have version number 2 of this test, and I'm actually going to remove all of this junk, and I'm going to do test-driven development so that the test drives my code, my implementation. The very first step is to inherit from the test base. So that's done. Now we're going to use the pages object, right? Pages, not poges. Pages dot login, right? Dot go to. Is that awesome or what? Next step, what do we want to do? We want to go to the page. Now we want to do pages dot login, right? How awesome is that? Then we give it a username and a password. So the username that we want is a invalid Selenium hacker. And then with a valid password, which I forget which password we used here. So let me just quickly check this password. Control tab to go back to your previous window. Paste that, log in. And now we just need an assertion, right? Assert dot is false, right? That our pages dot my membership dot is at. Awesome. So we're just asserting that this returns false, that this fails, and if this passes, then we are successful. Great. That really was about it. Let's go ahead and run this test, make sure that it works. And you guys can see how easy and quick that was, right? That took literally, 30, 45 seconds. And that was me explaining it to you guys and going slow. There's the window. Sorry about that. I didn't pull it up in time. But either way, that doesn't matter because we can see the test here on the left side in the test runner. And you guys can see that it was successful. This test passed. Run test passed. Let me hide it. And now, as always, one of the most important things that you can do is make sure that the test actually fails. So instead of assert false, I'm going to assert true. Is true. And now this should fail. So again, let's rerun it. Awesome. And if we take a look at our unit test session, we can see that it failed. In fact, it gives us a stack trace right here that says that line 17 failed. If I click on it, it takes me to line 17, which is here. And this assertion obviously failed because we are not at the My Membership page. So that is amazing. Make sure that your test fails because that is the most important thing, right? You need to know that your test fails correctly. And if it fails correctly, you can know that it's probably passing correctly as well. But you need to check both conditions, not just one.